Hi, Book 2, Bill Ruttenberg here with the Ruttenberg Library. Come to you this morning with it's not a Friday reads, it'd be a Tuesday reads. I missed my Friday reads, but that's okay because I got a couple books finished up or a couple books read over the weekend, and I had finished one up. And anyway, I wanted to kind of recap things for you and tell you where I'm at with my reading. Like I said, I missed Friday reads, but you can't be perfect. I know it's Tag Tuesday, and I had a tag planned out, but my daughter had to work last night. I wanted to record it last night, and I wanted her to join me. And she had to work last night, and then got home a little bit later, and so we weren't able to do the tag. But I plan on maybe trying to do that again tonight because she should be home tonight. And so my Tag Tuesday might be on a Wednesday, but that's okay. So tell you a little bit about what's been going on the last week and a half or so. I think I left you off with, in my ongoing sports saga at school, we had lost our first game, and we came back and played a tough opponent, and we won convincingly. It was a lot of fun. It made me feel better as a coach because when you have a loss, it can eat at you sometimes, and it kind of reassured me that what we were doing at practice was we were doing the right things. We just hadn't got there yet, and so we won. And then we were supposed to play yesterday, but one of the teams got struck down by COVID, and so now they are remote learning for 2 weeks, and our game got canceled, and yeah, no play time for this week, so we have to wait till next week, and hopefully the team we played doesn't get the virus, and hopefully we don't get the virus. We're hoping that stays away. And anyway, that's been my sports life. And then at school we've been doing some reading. Yesterday we started some DBQ stuff with the kids, and that's been a lot of fun. If you don't know what DBQs, the document-based questions, and so we give the kids, we have like one big central historical question, and then we give documents, and the kids have to read through the documents, and you got some basic questions that go with them, some sourcing type questions, but then it gets into some deeper reading, and then at the end they end up producing an answer, their own answer to that central historical question. So like my 8th grade was working on the Salem witch trials, what caused the Salem witch trials, what caused the Salem witch crisis of 1692, and it gives a little bit different view on that. And my kids, they started catching on to what the documents were saying, and that was a lot of fun to see the light bulbs come on, and see them interact with one another as they're talking through, walking through the documents, and that's always an enjoyable experience. And then I've got my 7th grade students. We were doing some DBQ work with the Industrial Revolution, and we're looking at the factory system, and they were looking through some documents, and we didn't get real far in there yesterday. Today we'll end up getting a lot farther, but it was their first time we've done that, because I didn't get to do an introduction last year because of school getting called off, and so I'm kind of introducing them, trying to get them in the rhythm of how to do the documents. And I was telling them yesterday, we have to have, so when we get a document, the sourcing part of it's got to come automatic. Who wrote it, when did they write it, why did they write it, what was their perspective, all those type of questions. And my 8th grade and high school kids, they're all, it's kind of an automatic thing for them. And so I was trying to get my 7th grade in that groove, and just explain to them this has got to become an automatic. Doesn't matter what class you're in. It doesn't matter if it's history or social studies, or if it's science or math or language arts. Doesn't matter what subject. It's something that you carry across the board. And that's also how our state testing is done now. Is it's all writing and or typing on the computer. But They take, documents or reading selections, and they have to be able to pull information and put together an intelligent argument or answer using evidence to back that up. And so this is, direct correlation with how they're doing testing. It's direct correlation in just how we want them thinking. And so we've been working on that at school, and that's been a lot of fun. And my sixth grade's been working on, I call it my natural disasters unit, but what it is physical geography. So we're doing some basic stuff to set up going around the world to study the different areas around the world. We do some basic geography stuff, and I call it my natural disasters unit. And so we've been studying earthquakes and volcanoes and how that works and how that affects people's lifestyles and their whether they live close or not, and how it affects life in general, and how it's affected history. And that's been some fun. And so anyway, my reading life, so let's get back to that. The John Grisham book, and apparently I grabbed the wrong one. I grabbed the one I'm working on right now. Well, I guess I'll need that. But the Client, I finished that book. At the end of last week, I was kind of chunking that and got it done. And it wasn't difficult. It's just a matter of sitting down for a period of time to read. And I enjoy that book. Like a typical John Grisham book, the last 1/3 of the book picks up pace big time and flies. And so I got that done at the end of last week and enjoyed it. I'm going to do a little book chat on that, so be looking for that video. I also read, a couple weeks ago I talked about the author Jason Reynolds and his track series, and he takes the lives of some young people on this track team, and he just goes through so many things that kids go through in their lives that adults may take for granted, but it has huge impacts on a kid and their development and all that kind of stuff. And so I read Ghost a couple weeks ago, and I had checked out from the library books 2 and 3 in the series, and I read those on Saturday and then on Sunday. And so book 2 was Patina, and it's about this girl. Let me get my hand out of the way. About this girl runner. Her name's Patina, but they call her Patty for short. And she goes through her own set of challenges as a young adult. Her family, her dad went to sleep one night and never woke up, and died in his sleep. And you think about the tragedy of that and what that does to a kid when their dad's not there. And then her mom, because her dad loved to cook, her mom started eating, and he liked to cook sweets. She started eating sweets, kind of almost as a replacement for him. And she started getting, putting on weight because of that. And then diabetes kicked in, and first she lost her toes, and then she had to have her feet cut off, and then her whole legs, both of her legs were amputated. And so you can imagine what this is like for these, for Patty and then her little sister. And they end up going and living with relatives because the mom can't take care of them fully. And so anyway, I look forward to telling you about this. As you could tell, I got a whole bunch of stuff to say about this book, and it was really good. So I look forward to talking to you about that one. And then on Sunday, I read book 3, Sunny, and it's about this young man. And I don't know that I liked this one as much. I love what it dealt with. I love the issues it dealt with. Jason Reynolds does a great job in this one. I just don't like the style. It was a Dear Diary type style, and I think, and I could be wrong on this, but I think he was trying to get at that the kid had a little bit of ADHD, and he had his mind was running a mile a minute, or a million miles a minute, and just nonstop, and his thought process was jumpy, and he did it as a Dear Diary, and so everything that went into his head went onto paper. And I don't know that I liked that as much, but the basic storyline I did like. And he hit some big topics that kids hit. And in this one, the kid's mother dies in childbirth. And the father holds it against him a little bit. And there's just some big issues. And so just the need to feel loved. And, you know, every kid goes through that. And we got to love our children. And excuse me. So he deals with that subject in here. And so, you know, Jason Reynolds in this series, he pulls no punches. And he talks about life. He talks about death. Talks about all those challenges in life. And I just thoroughly enjoy his books. I think he's done one heck of a job. And, I mean, my hat's off to him. So, talking about what I'm reading this week, I am forever going to be reading the Nixon Volume 3 by Stephen Ambrose. I'm not even going to get the book out. Do you guys ever have books like that where it should take you a week or two, you know, if you're a slower reader like me, take you a week or two to get through it, and you end up dragging it out over 3 months, 4 months? Do you guys ever get like that? And it's a good book, but you can't get it finished. I'm like that. Plus, I keep getting all kinds of fiction books handed to me, or maybe I got them myself. But anyway, I keep picking up these other books, and it gets put on the back burner. And then this morning, I had a chance to read, and I could have read it, but I chose to watch your guys' videos instead. So anyway, that's one thing. I am going to go into Jason Reynolds' last book in the Track series, because it's a 4-book series. I'm going to read Lou. I'll probably wait till maybe this weekend to do this, but I'll knock it out. These things read super fast. They're, you know, 180 to 200 pages, you know, around 200 pages is what they are, and they just read really fast. I can sit down in the morning and read 100, 150 pages like nothing. And I'm a slow reader, keep that in mind. So they fly, but they're very good. I can't stress enough the topics that he hits in this, or in this series. And so I'm hoping this will just be a continuation of that. And so I'm gonna tackle that one this weekend. My fiction book in the evenings that I'm reading for fun now is John Grisham's The Chamber, because I'm just going to continue my journey through his books. Got my fingers crossed that I'll get his new John Grisham book for my birthday. That's my hope. But I'm going to read John Grisham's The Chamber. That's my next one. And this was a very good book that dealt with heavy issues. And it was a good movie, too. And I don't remember if the movie was called The Chamber. I don't remember. I'll have to look that up. But the book was really good. The movie was really good. And that is what I am planning on doing. But later this week, please look forward to, I got some videos. I want to do a video on The Client, on Patina, on Sunny. I want to do book chats on all 3 of those. I got a book tag I want to do that hopefully I'll have it up tomorrow. Day late, that's all right. But gonna have that. And what was my other one? Had another one, can't remember, but I do have video ideas. It's just a matter of getting them done. You guys know how that goes. But anyway, BookTube, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening here. And hope everybody's having a great week. Hope our weather has been absolutely beautiful here. We went out and watched a JV football game last night, and it was just, I can't get over how beautiful it is outside. And some of the trees, the leaves are starting to change. I know it'll be a few weeks before most of them do, but we've had some of those bright orange ones starting to pop up, and it's just been absolutely beautiful outside. And so anyway, I hope everybody's having a good one. So till next time, happy reading.